Hello, my name is Sybil Harmony, Master Healer, Psychic, and Medium, and this is a video about becoming safe and safer. So I'm burning a little sage there on this side. You see the smoke, not out of fear, but out of creating sacred space. I like the way it smells, and it's antibacterial, viral, and lower energy. Okay, so we are going through a time of pain and suffering and loss. I'm not denying that. But this is the awakening. We are going through a grief process here on earth. And the grief process has 5 stages. And so I'll explain the 5 stages as I go through this video. And this is about you. It isn't about judging your feelings. All of your feelings are okay if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're afraid. But this is to help you recognize that we here on earth are going through an awakening now of consciousness. And in pain, there is always growth. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. This is the resurrection, the second coming of the Christ that is inside of you. You, if you're watching this, are a highly developed being. If not, you're probably going to turn it off now because you've heard enough of this. You are a highly developed being. And you came here in this time. This is part of the agreement that you agreed to be here. You are an earth angel, a highly evolved soul. And this is the time that my guide showed me was the earth opening up and the trickster falling in. So it isn't about being against a person so much as it is the ego, the shadow, the corruptions, the cruelty, the prejudice, the inequality, the injustice in our world, the way we treat each other, the lack of compassion, thinking that whatever happens in another country, that has nothing to do with us. Yes, it does. We're all in this together. Of course, I'm very patriotic and I love my country, but I'm also human and compassionate. So this is the death of, not only are we experiencing awakening through physical death, but the death in a metaphoric way. The death of our fears. If you are feeling afraid or weird or like this is surreal, it is. That's what awakening feels like. Awakening of consciousness. Either you are connected to the mass grid of unconsciousness, freak out, and grief that everybody's in, and that's not a judgment, that's just where everyone's where they are. Or you may be feeling fear or nervousness because your body is adjusting to the higher vibration of frequency that's coming in through the death and rebirth, the resurrection, the death and the resurrection of what we are going through here now on earth. So the 5 stages of grief are: 1, denial. Denial. What happens to other people doesn't affect me. Climate change isn't real. Economic injustice, that's more like bargaining. I'm just getting by. That's okay. That's kind of bargaining with it. Or I'll just get mine. What's in it for me? That would be the second stage. Going back to the first stage, denial. This isn't happening. Oh, I don't need to shelter in place. I have rights or something. So or I can't get it, or I'm just young, or it's not affecting me, or I still have, that would be bargaining now. I still have my job. Other people don't, but I do. How bargaining and denial, the first two stages, they're kind of a little mixed in this. So when you start to feel like things are surreal or it's weird, or you're afraid, you're coming out of denial. And you may try to bargain with that. You may go back to your favorite addictions, shopping, online, of course, or breaking, stay at a place, a station and home. Don't do that. Or shelter in place. You may eat more, smoke more, argue with people, scream and yell, have drama. And then we're getting into anger. Anger, the third stage. So anger is a part of grief. You can't feel what's going on, so you lash out. I remember years ago when I went through a divorce, I said, I can get bitter or I can get better, and I choose to get better. So there's no judgment on your anger. I'm not suggesting that your anger is wrong or unjustified. You certainly have good reason to be angry. People have lost their jobs, their loved ones. A life is forever changed. And we can be angry and we can blame someone. Well, in some way, everything was set up for us to go through this awakening. And there's no, like I said, there's no judgment on your anger, but you can use your anger to empower yourself and make changes, and you can use your anger to set boundaries and take care of yourself. You may feel like, I want to stay home and take care of me. You can use your anger to go out and serve other people, whatever feels right to you. But certainly acknowledge your anger and look at how, like a mother holds a crying child, look deeply, how do I help myself? How do I support myself through my anger and my rage? Now, when you don't lash out at others, because when you lash out at others verbally or even physically, which could be illegal, but verbally, you are creating karma for yourself. So this is the day of the full moon, and tensions might be up, but remember that you don't want to create karma, and that your anger it just can escalate. So how do you find ways to create memories for yourself and others of how you calmed yourself, or how you responded, or how you don't react, but how you respond to your anger and to other people's anger, because a lot of people are angry because we're going through a grieving process, and they may not understand that this is actually a gift. In a strange way, we are being given a gift of awakening of consciousness to a new world that is beginning with the ending of the old. And there is no death. I'm a medium. I talk to deceased people frequently. There is no death. The physical body dies, but our spirit is forever. And so back to anger, not creating karma, and empowering yourself. And when you let go of the anger, what will be under the anger is sadness. Because sadness and grief is anger turned inwards of loss. And that's a natural process as well. Grieving, crying is actually healing. When your body, you're crying and you're shaking and the tears are coming out, that kind of grief, even I've had grief where I made no noise and the tears just came. It's all a chemical release that is part of healing for your body. And it will end. It is different for everyone. It has a natural process. You may feel great and peaceful one moment, and then you may feel weird or afraid or sad and start crying. So let yourself naturally flow. What is happening is, I said, my guide showed me, the earth opens up and the trickster, I love coyotes, so it's not, but it's just a symbol of the coyote falling into the earth. That is the trickster paradigm, the old paradigm, patriarchal abuse. And I love men. Women have a strong patriarchal side too. So it's not against men. It's the old paradigm of abuse leaving. It is falling into the earth. So what is happening? The oceans are becoming clearer. People are driving less. People are learning new ways to do work from home. Children are schooling at home where they're not in danger of gun violence or exposed to other. I love teachers, but you don't know what we're doing things in a new way. So the environment, the oceans are becoming cleaner. Hearts are breaking open, become bitter. Make, like the old saying, make lemonade out of lemons. Life is giving us huge mountain lemons and make lemonade. So people of nonviolent offenders being let out, given a second chance out of prison, homeless being sheltered, coming up again, Medicare for all, because how are we going to be healthy if some people are not? Hearts breaking open to compassion for others, selfless acts, and the first responders, the heroes, the grocery store clerks, the gas station attendants, everybody who goes out on the battle line every day is a first responder now. Honoring and respecting yourself and other people, because we are all in this together. And your dog is getting extra walks and attention, having you home and not having to hold in their business because you're there taking them on extra walks. Exercise. We're having a retreat. We are coming to ourselves and to our family, to what matters. And prosperity, which is an inside job, which is connected to the environment and everyone else. It isn't separate. Which brings us to, then we have the stage of grief, which brings us to peace and acceptance and safety. So you are safe because there is no death. You are safe because you are awakening consciousness. You are a wise and old soul. You are an earth angel, whether you came from being on earth a long time or whether you're newer. Actually, I said old, but some souls are newer to here that came from other places to be here now. You are safe. Feel that energy. I'm sending you love. Breathe. You are safe. And the other way you find safety, peace, and alignment is by being in divine will. Being in alignment. Accepting what is. It is row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. So this is the nightmare. And a lot of us here were in a nightmare. And a lot of us here were in denial about the nightmare. And a lot of us here were bargaining oh, maybe other people are in the nightmare, but I'm not. I'm going to make it, and I'll do anything I can. Some of us, I have been grieving for us for a long time because I know that we are a planet in pain. And now with this pandemic and what this virus has done, it's brought us to this moment of reckoning and awakening, of death and rebirth, of the resurrection, of the new earth. So let's do a grounding and a healing. You are safe. If you want, you can close your eyes. And I'm going to send you some energy and guide you through this. You are safe. Breathe. Whatever you're feeling are just feelings that you are processing through your awakening. In truth, you are safe. And if you say hello to your heart center in the center of your chest, and send love to your heart, you are safe. When you send love to your heart and you ground, you help everyone else to feel safe because you are a channel of light. You are an awakened being downloading the vibration of alignment, of peace, of honesty. If you're in another stage, be in that stage. It's okay. There's no judgment on where you are. But as you come into this place of acceptance and peace, breathe that into your heart. Breathe it into your heart center, if you would. And if you'd like, your breath controls how much love and peace you allow in, and your intention. I have a big dog barking, the phone's ringing. Nothing can separate you from your peace, your light. No noise, no distraction. Be still and know that God is God. I am not God, but God is inside of all of us. Be still and know that I am God. And from the center of your chest, drop a line down to your tailbone. The bottom of your tailbone is the center where you stay safe, feel safe. You can call in your angels. Archangel Michael is wonderful for feeling safe. Universal love, connection, and let's call it in. Help me to be safe. And as we do this, anything, any lower fear energies, anything that's unresolved, anything that you picked up from the mass grid of fear and unconsciousness is being released. Now if you go up to the top of your head, Let's drop purple lavender light in there, or gold sunlight. Unmatch from the mass grid of unconsciousness. Be still and know that I am God. God could be a man, or I believe God's a woman, but whatever you want to believe doesn't matter. It matters, but it doesn't matter to me. And drop that light into the top of your head and unmatch as you connect with your higher self, which is above you and your guides. You download the light of your awakening. And let that light come all the way in through the top of your head, going down through the front of your spine, down to the bottom of your tailbone, and down into the planet Earth. Breathing, be still, and know that I am God. Know that you are God. God's spark is inside of you. And let that earth energy come up through your feet and your legs and your tailbone. And as you breathe it up, you control how much. Slow, deep breathing is best. Move it through your body, your arms, your hands, and out through the top of your head into your aura. I am peace. I respond to life, not react. I let my heart break open to more love. To more compassion. I download the wisdom of awakened light that I already am. And I remember. I remember who I am. You are here, awakened one, to remember who you are. Be still and know that I am God. Breathe in the love. And rejoice as the second coming is here, and it is inside of you, in your heart, in your light. Breathing in the light, downloading the light. And as you heal yourself with love and peace and rejoice, that the healing has come to earth. That we have compassion for the suffering of others and all sentient beings and animals and the planet. And we rejoice in the coming of our light, which allows others to download their light and be still and know that I am the goddess. I am the God. You are the God. Breathe and feel. And I am sending you so much love. May you be healed, because in truth, you already are.